You're watching 10 News at 7, working for you.
I was like, whoa, that was quick.
You're watching 10 News at 7, working for you.
Good evening and thanks for joining us for 10 News at 7. I'm Rachel Lucas.
And I'm Keisha Lynn. Let's get things started with a look on your forecast. It's been a pretty warm and calm day for most of us, Rachel.
Yeah, it's really feeling like spring. Chief Meteorologist Jeff Hanowich is with us. So, Jeff, hopefully this is going to carry on through the week.
I think it is. I think we're going to turn colder as we go into the weekend and also as we go into next week. But for now, it looks like the warmth is here to stay. I want to show you the regional view, and you'll notice that we are seeing a little more cloud cover right now in comparison to what we had 6, 7, 8 hours ago. But we're still dry, and we're going to stay dry all evening, even though clouds will continue to thicken a little bit for us. Temperatures drop into the lower 50s by 10. Temperatures start tomorrow in the 40s. Highs tomorrow, middle 60s. Not bad at all for us as we go into Wednesday. Temperatures way above average. However, on Wednesday, we're going to be variably cloudy, probably meaning more clouds than sunshine in the forecast for us on Wednesday. And we could even have a stray shower possibility late in the day. Now, as we look at the temperature trend, the trend is for temperatures again to go down. Not necessarily this week, but rather by the weekend. Temperatures still in the low to mid 60s Thursday and Friday. 50s Saturday, and then, yes, the 40s return for us here as we go into Sunday, and the 40s will likely welcome us even into the early part of the next work week. Back to you.
Thank you, Jeff. Reverend Jesse Jackson has passed away at 84 years old. The nation and Southwest Virginia are remembering him. He visited our area several times throughout his career. In 2008, he visited Danville for the dedication of the newly named Martin Luther King Jr. Bridge. In 2017, he came back to Roanoke and Lynchburg for his Healing and Rebuilding Tour, encouraging young people to vote. In 2006, he was the keynote speaker at Virginia Tech's Martin Luther King Jr. Week celebration in Blacksburg.
It was a high privilege in my life to work with Dr. King, to march with him, to spend his last birthday with him in Atlanta, to spend with him the last day and last moments of his life in Memphis, Tennessee.
This was the first time the university didn't have classes for the holiday, and we have more about Jesse Jackson's legacy over at WSLS.com.
There's more legal trouble for Pittsylvania County Board member Tim Dudley. Tonight, the board is voting on whether to censure Dudley, which would remove him from any board-appointed committees, but not kick him off the board. At the same time, a petition is underway by voters in Hurt seeking his removal, needing over 150 signatures to move forward. This all comes after Dudley was charged with shoplifting in November at an Alta Vista convenience store. Dudley pleaded not guilty, but agreed to pay fines. The incident has divided the community, with some calling for his removal and others wanting to give him a second chance. We'll have much more on this tonight on 10 News at 11.
Pulaski County is currently suing the city of Radford over an agreement previously made by the Route 11 corridor in Fairlawn. In 1978, citizens in Fairlawn were petitioning to be annexed by the city of Radford, which they pursued. However, a small strip of the New River owned by Montgomery County made the seizure non-contagious, halting the process. But the judge of the hearing gave that problematic territory to Radford, providing another opportunity to absorb Fairlawn.
There was discussion after that. The city would have proceeded again with another annexation because the individuals still wanted to become a part of the city. But annexation was a fairly expensive proposition on both sides.
In order to prevent Fairlawn from leaving Pulaski County, the two groups agreed to share the sales tax revenue. This is the first deal of its kind in Virginia, one that currently generates roughly $200,000 a year for Radford.
Volvo Trucks' New River Valley plant is going through a huge multi-million-dollar upgrade. This isn't just about new machines, it's about securing jobs and keeping Southwest Virginia strong in a changing trucking world. 10 News community journalist Jalen Stubbs has the story.
Volvo Trucks' New River Valley plant is getting a major upgrade with state-of-the-art equipment and automation to boost efficiency.
Last year, Volvo faced a tough moment with 350 layoffs at the River Valley plant. But today, the story is about comeback and growth. The plant is expanding with new technology, bringing jobs back and creating new ones to meet rising demands.
Our dealer network across the U.S. have invested $1 billion in their facilities. So it really shows that we are on a journey here in North America and to grow market share. And that will have an impact on the people here in Virginia with hopefully more job opportunities as we go forward.
It's going to be able to help with all the economic impact here because it will continue to help with jobs, not just here within the plant, but within the area too.
About 50 to 70 workers who were laid off have already returned, a sign that Volvo's investment is paying off for the community. This modernization isn't just about machines, it's about bringing stability and hope back to Southwest Virginia.
With this modernization, Volvo is not only protecting local jobs, but also boosting Southwest Virginia's economy, making sure it remains a hub for manufacturing excellence. Reporting in Dublin, I'm Jalen Stubbs, 10 News, working for you.
This year marks 100 years since the creation of Route 66, the historic highway that spans over 2,000 miles out west.
And a local artist is celebrating the milestone by bringing an iconic character back to the Mother Road, the Muffler Man. 10 News community photojournalist Greg Moore has the story.
This is a 20-foot statue that we're building of Route 66 man who's going to be in Chandler, Oklahoma. I was called to do one of these muffler men on Route 66, and from there, it's blossomed. I have probably a total of about 18. These models are miniatures of the ones that I did out in Tulsa. The muffler men were very, very popular back in the 60s. They kind of died down, so I'm creating a sort of a new generation of them. This character was invented by a friend of mine named Jerry McClanahan, who actually is a very famous Route 66 artist. There's a new interest. In fact, I'm actually producing a dinosaur that's 66 feet tall, and he's going to go in Tulsa. Look how huge it is standing beside. These people are 6 feet tall right here, so this shows it scaled out. It's going to be massive. You can just tell when you're this close how large these things are. I've become such an integral part of revitalizing Route 66 that they're actually building this new Route 66 museum, and there's going to be a display in there that's going to replicate my workshop with a statue of me building a statue. This is the brand new comic book that I put together for the Route 66 Centennial, and it's basically hand-drawn. This is all done old school, and it's a story about the Giants coming to life to help save Route 66 from evil trillionaire Eli Muskrat, who is planning to build Route 666 above Route 66. Just to be the guy that's out there helping to promote it now for the next 100 years is just it's a thrill, and I never expected it.
It's so great to see him featured. You know, if you've ever been there before, he has so many cool statues and creations, and has just done a lot for the community using his talents to support that. So it's really cool to see him take his spot as a statue himself.
Yeah, everything looked very pretty too.
Oh, yeah.
So I need to go and see everything.
Yeah, he's just an incredible artist and a really nice guy too. All right, coming up, lung cancer remains the deadliest cancer here in the U.S., but early detection can save lives.
We'll tell you who should get screened next in Health Watch.
In Health Watch, it remains the leading cause of cancer deaths here in the U.S. Lung cancer kills hundreds of people every single day, according to the American Lung Association. While there are more survivors than ever, there's still a lot that needs to be done to reduce cases of what health experts call the deadliest cancer, despite advances in detection and treatment. For those at high risk, early detection of lung cancer through a low-dose CT scan can reduce the risk of dying by at least 20%.
Early-stage screen-detected lung cancer has a 90% chance of being cured. I'll say it again. That means 90% of patients are alive and disease-free 5 years out from their diagnosis of lung cancer if we can detect their lung cancer at stage 1 through screening.
Dr. Andrea McKee with the American Lung Association says candidates for lung cancer screening are smokers between the ages of 50 and 80 with a 20-pack year history, meaning 1 pack a day for 20 years, or 2 packs a day for 10 years. If you're a current smoker or quit within the last 15 years, screening is also suggested.
A lot of physicians aren't completely aware of the new recommendations, and many patients aren't aware of the new recommendations.
Which may be one reason why fewer than 1 in 5 of those eligible for lung cancer screening actually get it. McKee says that while CT scans have been around for decades, the technology to detect early lung cancer is relatively new. Since lack of awareness may be another problem, that's why the organization launched a website called Saved by the Scan, where anyone can take a quiz to see if they should get a screening.
If you're at risk for lung cancer, talk to your doctor about getting screened.
And if you'd like to take those quizzes from the American Lung Association website, we've included a link in this article in the Health Watch section of WSLS.com.
The 10 News Weather Authority from the JES Weather Center.
Hi there, friends. I'm Chief Meteorologist Jeff Hanowich. Little additional cloud cover right now, but no rain to be had across southwest central and south side Virginia. That will change for us, though, as we go over the course of roughly the next 24 to 48 hours. Tonight, later on, a rogue shower cannot 100% be ruled out. Okay, a stray shower tonight isn't out of the realm of possibility. But there's a better chance for a couple of showers as we go into tomorrow. Okay, tomorrow is going to be a day where we have more cloud cover around. I think in the morning we're dry. It's later in the day when we may have a small little ribbon of some light showers pushing in, say around dinner time. So again, chance for a couple of showers tomorrow, 20 to 25%. Any lingering showers, if there are any, should start to taper off as we go into the overnight. And it looks like we're going to have another frontal boundary, a warm front, if you will, starting to push in as we go into Thursday morning. At that point in time, some scattered showers will be around. Cautiously optimistic that the best chance for rain for us here on Thursday will be about the first half to 2/3 of the day, such that later on Thursday, we should start to dry things out a little bit. The winds right now, not a huge factor, anywhere between about 3 and 8 miles per hour for the most part. However, the winds are going to be on the uptick as we go into tomorrow. It's not a windy day by any means. No wind advisories, no high wind warnings, anything like that. But the winds are going to increase a little bit for us here as we go into our Wednesday. Sustained winds about 5 to 10, going to gust anywhere between about maybe 15 and 20 miles per hour, with some higher gusts possible as you go towards the higher terrain. Temperatures right now mainly in the 50s. There are some exceptions to that. Right now, Floyd, you're at 48. Hot Springs, you're at 48, but it's 54 in Bedford and Lynchburg. 55 in Roanoke, Danville, Alta Vista, also into South Boston and Pulaski. Now, as we look at temperatures for the day tomorrow, we're going to still be in this bubble of warmth, and that bubble of warmth on Hump Day going to encompass much of the eastern seaboard all the way west into the lee of the Rockies. So it's going to be very warm tomorrow, places like St. Louis, Dallas, Omaha, Chicago, even areas near Kansas City. So that warmth is going to be something we're touching here over the course of the next maybe 2 to 3 days before temperatures start to go down by the weekend. So as we go zone by zone for tomorrow, highs in the lower 60s in the NRV, about 63 Covington, Clifton Forge, Lexington, Colder, and Highland and Bath counties. Middle 60s, Roanoke and Lynchburg, mid to upper 60s perhaps across South Side. 46 is your low tonight, patchy fog and mild. And then for the day tomorrow, looking at those highs, likely topping out in and around the 66-degree mark. Mostly cloudy tomorrow, warm, and again, maybe a touch on the breezy side. All right, here we go. Temperatures do fall into the 50s on Saturday, 40s on Sunday, into Monday and Tuesday. Going to be unsettled for us here as we go into late this week and also into the weekend, although the weekend is far, far from a washout. Again, Saturday might be a touch wetter than Sunday, but both days I'm just looking at some pop-up showers here or there. Monday, Tuesday should be a little bit brighter. But again, we're coming back down to reality. Mother Nature saying, hey, I hope you've enjoyed this little taste of spring. We're still in winter. And it's going to feel like that during the latter part of the weekend into the early part of the next work week.
All right, well, at least we have a few days of spring-like temperatures.
Yeah, that sounds great.
It does.
Oh,
It feels really good out there.
I know.
It does. And believe it or not, come Sunday, late Sunday night even, may actually have the chance for some mountain snowflakes. I don't think they're going to mount to much. But again, we are in February, so any days in the 60s in February, you know it's a gift, so enjoy it.
I know, true Southwest Virginia fashion, right? We've got 60s one day, mountain snow showers another.
It's crazy.
Yeah, a little bit of everything this week. All right.
Dose of reality.
Yeah, thank you, Jeff. Well, coming up next in sports, one of the best kept secrets on the ice here in Roanoke.
Now, the 10 News Sports Desk.
At the home of the Highlanders, a standout two-sport athlete put pen to paper to continue her academic and athletic career. Avery Steger is taking her talent to Randolph College. She's played a big role in the Highlanders girls soccer program success the past few seasons. And while she was originally heading to the Hill City for just soccer, she'll also have a chance to continue her wrestling career as well.
So after I applied to the school, because I was originally just going for just soccer, the wrestling coach actually emailed me and was like, hey, I would like to have a call with you about wrestling because I saw that you did that as well. So I talked to her, and a week later I got my official offer letter. I'm really excited but really nervous because I know it can be a lot, but I'm also just really excited for the opportunity to be able to represent and continue to grow girls wrestling.
Avery suffered a torn ACL and meniscus tears in last season's state semifinal game on the soccer pitch, but following surgery in July, she's hopeful to be ready for the upcoming season. As the Winter Olympics continue, one of the most talked about sports has been curling. What initially looks confusing and perhaps boring is anything but that. And there's a local group that knows all about it. The Roanoke Valley Curling Club has been around for roughly 8 years, giving the Star City and surrounding areas a taste of what it's like on the ice.
The Olympics that are currently on have garnered a lot of interest, and we've gotten a lot of emails just very recently in the last couple of weeks because of the coverage. At first, the ice is really slow. You really got to throw them down there. But as more people will play and the stones kind of sand the ice, and they get faster, then you have to kind of back off a little bit, or you're going to get straight to the boards in the back of the hockey boards. So.
And yes, in case you're wondering, I did indeed hit the ice to give it a try, but I wasn't the only one. Tune in to tonight's edition of the Olympic Zone, and you'll get to see the newest member of the 10 sports team, Spencer Pierce. The club itself has a few more weekends on the ice this season. Sunday, March 1st, there's a Learn to Curl event from 5:30 to 7 at the Berglund Center. And looking at the latest medal count from the Winter Games, Norway with 31 now, USA added to its stash today, a silver in particular, still third overall with 21. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
In primetime tonight, we've got more Olympic action from Milan featuring snowboarding, figure skating, and freestyle skiing.
And then we'll see you right back here tonight at 11.
Thanks so much for joining us for 10 News at 7. Have a great night.
Mic check, mic check. Coming up on the Olympic zone. I know I'm not saying that, but sweet.